What's up, B.N.H family? Back again. Today, man, we got our boy Larry Bird, the ultimate trash talker 2. You know, we reacted to part 1. You know, you guys love that reaction, so let's check out part 2 and see what they're talking about.
Everybody, but talking and telling them about it.
He just shook his head at me. He said, man, it's going to be a night for you.
Every time he was about to make a move, he told him what he was going to do.
I'm turning around saying, you little piece of
Don't ever put no white dude on me because that is disrespectful.
He never stopped talking trash. Never.
Right. Like our coach would call timeout and we're going to do this. And like we walk on the court and Bird just looks at me and goes, no, give me the ball right there.
There's a story going around where K.C. Jones was drawing up a play and you guys were all in the huddle and I guess he was having a hard time saying it. Larry told him, hey, give me the ball. The rest of you guys get the hell out the way.
You know, we're trying to exploit a matchup. McHale's having an amazing game against Milwaukee. I remember in Milwaukee. So we're running a post up for him against Marcus Johnson.
Kevin was the one that had the hot hand. But as we all know, Larry's the man, and that's Larry's team. But KC was torn between drawing up something for Kevin because he had the hot hand and not offending Larry.
So he's very upset with that, so I diagrammed the play. He says, head with the play, Case. Why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way? Give me the ball and tell all the rest of the guys to get out of the way. I said, shut up, Larry. I'm the coach here.
So I set a cross screen for McHale, comes in the post, I come off a down screen, and I look up and I go, he ain't passing the ball. He's just holding the ball, like looking at McHale in the post like this, and then boom, just shoots a 3 and makes it.
And from that time, I learned to run Larry's play, not the coach's play.
So Larry just took the F over, and that was the end of the X and O's.
Larry knew me since I was a sophomore, because we would go up there. It's not illegal to go up and be at a camp in Marshville, in Boston, and you work in a camp, but really you're there to play against those nighttime games. So Larry knew who I was, and I get in, Chuck Daly has me starting one time, and Larry looks around and goes, "What's up, Sal?" I said, "No." He goes, "You on me?" I said, "Yeah, I got size on you right now. I've been watching every movie." He goes, "Y'all not double teaming?" And he's looking around. I go, "Nah, it's just me, fella." He goes, "Mouse in the house, mouse in the house." And they change the play and he catches the ball, he does this, and he shoots it. He says, "Sal, you better ask for a double team, bro." I got 2 quick fouls because I'm smart like that. And he hated
Man, Larry Bird was something different.
hated Bill Lambier. So when you got a guy that hates somebody, he's playing for entirely different
Well, I mean, everybody's seen the footage.
All back line at one time it was Kelly Tripucka, Bill Lambier, Kim Benson. 3 white dudes.
2 of them I ain't ever heard of.
Okay. All right. We walk out on the court and he said, "Cheesy, who guard me?" And I was like, you know, I got Kelly, I got Lamb, I got Benson. He's like, "You ain't got no brothers?"
like you disrespecting me.
That's what he said.
Straight up.
That's exactly what he said. He said, "Hey man, you can't put no white dude on me."
Hey,
that is straight disrespect, right? So check this out. So the next year we come back, I said, "I got somebody for your ass," right?
Yeah.
He said, "Who you got?" I said, "Robin." He said, "Okay." He's a little better, but don't ever put no white dude on me because that is disrespectful.
But you know what, though? I know he walked out on the court one time and somebody said, "Man, look at this white boy on me. He can't guard me." And Larry served him.
All
you know
the
what I'm saying? So
time.
I'm pretty sure he heard that before, too.
Trash talk coaches taking the ball out of bounds in front of their bench so the whole bench can hear him.
Right.
And go like, "Hubie, this all you got for me tonight? Like, you got no one else that can guard me? This is getting ridiculous," you know? And then Hubie would put in like,
That is true. Like what Jack was saying, he probably done heard that. Because from what I heard, he used to play against, like, you know, he used to go to the black community and, you know, play basketball with the brothers, you know what I'm saying? And he probably done heard that all his life. Man, who's this white boy? This white boy can't play. But then when he get out in that court, he show him what's up. And, you know, that's how you earn that respect, you know. But yeah, he probably done heard that all his life though.
Newman would be running in the game. He goes, wait, are you serious? That's the guy you're putting on me?
Hey, what you doing out here? You gotta call somebody else. I even heard him tell the coach, hey, look, coach, you better get somebody else out here to grab me because I'm killing this guy.
Or he'd say, Danny, give me the ball, or DJ, give me the ball. I got this guy in the torture chamber down here. Why the guy was standing right there listening to him say it.
We was playing Boston Celtics, so the great Larry Bird. You know, I'm from Indiana, Larry's from Indiana. I knew about the history of Larry, but I didn't realize how he really got down.
Another time that was where we was playing up here like 42. Kid was a freshman.
I was going to say, you reminded me of a story when I was talking about Bird apparently was playing one and just torching him one night. I think he had 35, and as he's shooting the ball,
he told Sean Kemp that I'm the best half player that ever come from Indiana and shot a three-pointer in his face.
I'm the greatest player ever out of Indiana. And he says that right as he's shooting, and of course the shot goes in.
All day, we was like, Larry Legend is at it again.
That's true.
It is very true, man. You know, Larry, hey, man, first of all, we got to Boston that night. I knew something wasn't right. I saw an X-Man, he was limping around the court a little bit like he was sore.
David McDaniel.
I figured he'd be all right. I go to the game on an early bus. I get there. They say, hey, Sean, you starting tonight against Larry. I'm all for it, you know? So, you know, I looked in the mirror. I'm like, well, shit, man, I'm about to get this motherfucker fits out here tonight. So before the game, I was over there rubbing my hands looking at him like, I'm about to get your ass. I was the young guy that kind of came up through the history in Indiana and kind of broke a lot of Larry Bird's records. So Larry kind of had already known about me a little bit. But unfortunately, there's an article that came out in the paper, USA Today, and it said that Larry didn't have it anymore. So he came out that night to make a statement, and I was just the prime candidate to be.
Yeah.
Before the game, he told me, he was like, he just shook his head at me. He said, man, it's going to be a up night for you.
So what did he put up?
He gave me 50 3/4.
Oh, my.
Damn.
He was hitting everything.
And he talked to me the whole entire game.
What did he say?
Well, first of all, he asked me to jump ball. He said, you the cat that broke all my records in high school, right? And I was like, yeah, that's me. He said, I got tonight. So every shot he was calling, at the defensive end, he would tell me, he'd be like, I'm going to pump face you, get a hand warm on you, look at you, play. He was actually calling out bank shots. He would say, next time, bank shot left side. I'm going to pump fake you. Your dumb ass going to go for it.
He would tell you that, and it happened.
I said, first of all, I'm going to be so close to you. If you shoot the ball next time, I'm going to try to rip your arm off. Being from the streets, man, I was to the point of like, look, I'm going to foul him so hard that he's basically going to take his will. He started shooting the ball with his left hand, man. I was trying to foul his right arm. He was shooting with his left hand. A quick pump fake, dog, and you go for that and he
Got you.
Man, come on, man. Making it off on me, looking at me, still slapping me on my butt and everything, man.
What'd you do?
Man, I had to foul out, but I was on his ass. I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. And then Larry, he actually invited me to his house that summer after the game, man. He told me, he said, that's the best defense I've seen so far, the best effort. It's like,
That's savage. Man, but you know how good you gotta be to just all game you shooting with your right hand, then the defender is just physically taking that right hand from you, and then you just start making shots with your left hand. That's crazy, man. Like that's crazy. I mean, he must practice. He gotta practice with his left hand like just as much as he practiced with his right hand. Probably more because your offhand, you know, you're a little less coordinated, so you have to work more to get that hand even feel comfortable to shoot the ball, you know? So, man, that's crazy though. And then he said he invited a whole
I've had
team to
nobody
lunch.
play defense that hard on me.
Mm-hmm.
I love
He
it.
go, I appreciate you playing out here. Then he was like,
You
yeah,
still
I gave
compete.
you 50
You
and
still
3/4,
compete.
but that was the best effort I've seen in a long time. You know, you come to the house and shoot around with me, then somebody show you how to shoot the ball, young fella.
Larry Legend.
Straight up.
No, Larry's probably the best trash talker. And you know the best thing about Larry now? He's so buttoned down now. He's just like, I didn't do that. Man, that guy lies. He was the best trash talker. And he denies everything.
Larry Bird was the biggest talker in the league back in the day.
And a lot of people say, really? They thought it was Reggie or Charles. Larry Bird talked more trash on the basketball court than anybody I've ever played against.
He would tell you exactly where he was going, what he was going to do. And he did that to us in the finals.
So we playing him the last play. He says to James Worthy, he says, you guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over there that corner.
He was like, guys, don't worry about it. I'm going to go right over here to the corner. I'm going to catch the ball, I'm going to shoot it, and ain't shit y'all can do about it.
They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or DJ, the late, great DJ.
Yeah. You DJ coming down, right, with the ball. Oh, great DJ, that's good. So pass it to Larry, he's in that corner. Now I got to go out and close Larry Bird out. So as I'm running out to Larry Bird, he's talking trash to me. I don't know why you running out here. Who says that in the middle of the game? He said, I'm gonna wait till you get one step away from me and I'm gonna shoot it right in your face. So I got one step away. He shoots it all net. 3-pointer, good.
Take the ball out, man curl right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a three, game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me?
And he turned to me and said, you did all that running for nothing.
And it was great trash talking because it wasn't vulgar. I mean, he wasn't pounding his chest. You can just be standing next to him. I would jump out and try to block a shot on rotation, and he'd say, Scott, you jump high, but you don't jump that high. You can't get this. He hit you with,
Scott, you're a little too late.
Scott, you're not getting that. Why are you even jumping? Why are you running out here? But it was all game.
He'd say something like, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, I mean, he talked the whole game.
He could be red hot or ice cold. He never stopped talking trash. Ever. Ever.
I was guarding in my rookie year. He looked at me and he goes, you can't stop me. And I looked at him and I said, gosh, boy, you're so confident. He was confident. You're a rookie. You don't know anything. He proceeded to score like 10 straight points up. Coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing.
Brad Doherty told me this story. Larry Bird catches the ball in the deep corner and he steps back for a three. And before he takes the three, he's like, oh wow, he's going for the win. He's not going for the tie.
Larry Bird catches the ball in the corner. I take off running out of Larry Bird. And right when he's getting ready to shoot, I jump.
And he head fakes him.
And as I go by, he tells me, he says, fly, Bird.
Now it's 3-2. He hits him on the butt with the ball. And then he shoots it at the buzzer.
And I go right by him, he shoots the ball, it's nothing but nylon.
And the confidence that hit him on the butt as he flew by him trying to block a shot.
He would do a head fake, he would do this, and the guy would turn, and he would just fake this, and the guy would turn, and he would just fake the crap out of guys.
He was playing chess and everybody else was playing checkers. He was 3 moves ahead of everybody else. And you never knew what he was going to do, but you knew it was going to be something special.
Bird didn't talk trash to you,
Oh, my God. Bird talked trash to everybody.
I wasn't around long because he was hurt when I was playing that first year or second year. But I just remember one quick thing. We were playing against him, and I think I stole the ball from him. And I just remember him turning around saying, you little piece of and I was like, to me, that was Larry Bird. And I was so happy because I'm like, that Larry Bird told me you're a little piece of you know what I'm saying? Like,
when we were playing Phoenix Suns, I think Cotton Fitzsimmons was their head coach. And they had a pretty good player, white dude named Tom Chambers.
Their main man was Tom Chambers, and Chambers was guarding Larry.
And Larry caught the ball in front of the bench and just turned around and just had a full-on conversation with Cotton Fitzsimmons and their coaching staff. Y'all really gonna try to disrespect me like this? Y'all gonna put this white dude on me to think that he could guard me?
And they came back and told Chambers, I know you guarding me, and I want you to know something. There's only one man that can guard me, and that's God. Now think about that for a second. Think about the confidence and the arrogance it takes to make that statement.
And then just turned around and just shot a jumper in his face and just went.
You know what's crazy? Just listening to this, like, I'm just trying to. I'm thinking like I'm listening to these guys talk, like how everybody's like, oh yeah, this white boy, this white boy that, this white boy can't do this white boy can't do that, white boy. It just made me think, because it's just so normal for us to just people just talk like that and it's just accepted, right? But it just makes me think like, what if what if it was some, a group of white guys on a TV screen saying, man, I can't, that black boy can't guard me. That black boy can't play defense. That black boy can't play. That black boy can't do this. That black boy can't. How you think how you think we would react off, if they were talking like that? We'll be in our feelings, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it real. We'll be in our feelings. If it was the other way around, I'm just saying, man, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if they were saying, if they were talking the way we talk, I mean, I know all about the history and all that shit, but still, this is 2025, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was a long time ago. I don't know. I was just thinking about that. Just what if it was a group of white guys talking about just ex-basketball players saying, yeah, man, that black boy can't shoot. That black boy can't, what you gonna put that black dude on me? You gonna put that black dude on me? Like, nah, bro. Brothers would be having. Anyway, let's get back into that.
Court, shaking his head, but like it was just commonplace, But he definitely felt insulted if you tried to put a white dude on. That's
funny. I always tell the story about Larry Bird. I remember him. He was cursing under his breath, and I asked him, I said, Larry, what's going on with you? He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful. I just started laughing. I had no comeback when he says, it's disrespectful when y'all.
Cause just think about it. Okay, basketball is predominantly black. Black guys usually dominate the sport. But now just think like in football. Imagine like a group of like defensive linemen or even wide receivers talking about, oh man, you gonna put this black dude, this black dude gonna throw the ball to me? You know what I'm saying? You gonna put this black guy in here? You gonna put this black guy in here to throw these passes? I'm gonna intercept all that shit. You got a black guy in here? You know what I'm saying? You don't put a black dude in, man. I'm just saying, man, you gotta I don't do that, man. Like, you gotta treat others how you want to be treated. Talk, how you want to be talked to, you know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, let's get back into this shit.
Put a white guy on me.
Larry said, I'm insulted that they would put a sorry dude like you on me. He said, no, I don't even want to play no more. He would drop the ball and take a turnover. And I'm looking at this guy like, he's nuts,
The story goes that when he played against Denver, they had a guy named John Hansley, a white guy, a really good defender, right?
Okay.
They put him on Larry, and Larry was wearing his ass out.
Absolutely.
And Larry would run by the bench and tell Doug Moe, who was the coach, get him off me. That's disrespectful. Put a black guy on me. Because when he played back in the day, that's all he played against was brothers. So he was like, I had to torch his ass so they understand.
And Larry got on the roll, so I shoot the ball. Every shot was going.
Larry was cold.
He runs by Frank Layden, who's the funniest guy in the league. And Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench who can guard me? He goes, so nobody out here can. Frank looked out of the bed and goes, no.
This was the originator of getting in your face and talking trash. And then you sit there and you go, this guy up in my face talking noise. He ain't that fast, he's slow. But he knew how to aggravate you, agitate you enough to get you out of your game.
They used to talk so much trash, man. So I remember we playing them in the elimination game in Joe Louis Arena. And, end of the game, they up like 8 or 9. They done won the series. And you're gonna try to take that last shot, right? Said, I hope you make this last shot because it's your last one of the season. While I'm in the air.
Mid-air.
Bam. Clang. I missed it. You know? But they used to talk so much trash.
He's Larry Bird. People are here to see him play. I remember kept telling a referee, stop blowing your whistle. They didn't come to see you. They came to see us. And I had to go like, what did he just say? Did he just say, stop blowing your whistle? If I had said that, I would have, I'm out. But when I say that he cussed his ref out, saying ain't nobody coming to see your punk ass, stop blowing the damn whistle. I'm like, what?
We're playing a game down in Atlanta, and this is how long ago
That's
this
true,
was,
though.
because Atlanta was a good team. And we are getting hammered. We were just getting killed. We're down 25 at the half, and they're all trash talking, and fans are throwing stuff at us, and they're going, we're going to kill you, Celtic, Bird, McHale, Parrish, DJ. You guys are all frauds. What are you talking about? So we come in at halftime. We're just sulking in there with tails between our legs. We walk in, we're sitting in the locker room, and Casey Jones, our fantastic coach, he walks in, he looks at us, looks at his watch, doesn't say a word, walks over to the cooler, pulls out a beer, pops the beer, goes and sit down, pounds down the beer, just sitting there, looks at us, goes over to the cooler and gets a second beer, pops the beer, pounded it down, doesn't say a word, looks at his watch, looks around at us, goes and gets a third beer, does the same thing, and then he gets up, looks at his watch for the final time, and he says, let's go. So we go out there and we're warming up to start the third quarter. And you watch an NBA game, nobody wants to ever take the ball out of bounds because they know they're never going to get it back.
That's
Larry Bird.
That's crazy. Just a third beer during the. Them was the good old days, man. We need to go back to that time where guys could drink a beer, you know what I'm saying? Not all this extra sensitive ass. People could talk how they want to talk, you know. Just be. It was more free. It seemed like it was more free back then, but you know, that's
Always
my
took
opinion.
the ball out of bounds. He's going to take the ball out of bounds, and that referee comes, and the referee hands the ball to Larry to start the third. We're down 25. Larry takes the ball and pushes it back into the midsection of the referee so that he can't get away. The referee is like startled, staggered. What's going on here? We're all right there, right in front of the Celtic bench. And Larry looks right into the soul, right through the eyes of that referee. And he says to him, we're not going to quit. You make sure you don't quit either. The guy just like melted on the spot. Larry hit 11 straight shots to start the third, including 7 threes. We were tied at the end of the third. We won in overtime. We did not need a plane to get home that night. Larry Bird, you're awesome.
You remember the time when he was playing Atlanta and he told the guy, I bank a
that's
three
after
on you,
3
and the guy
beers.
just blew his shit.
Yeah. I noticed too, because Kevin McHale ended up having the most points ever scored by a Boston Celtic, right? And Larry told him he should have got 60 because he broke it against Atlanta like 2 or 3 days later.
Yeah.
That was a tough night, man.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
No, but when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots. It's in that game, we're on the free throw line, and he literally says,
it's off the glass. Who's next? Where you want this one from? And he just made one after another, and he just tortured him. Missed.
I think Bird went by the bench one time, too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. And,
No way.
Yeah.
His last shot, he said, in the trainer's lap, coming down the court. He shot this high rainbow, goes in, Ricky bumps into him and knocks him on our trainer's lap. So it was exactly what he said.
And it was in the bench, Atlanta bench got in trouble because they out here rooting for
You can see it. I mean, if you go back and look at the tape, you can see the bench. Every shot he made, they're going crazy.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was the greatest film session ever because back then, you watched the real game and just went, with a video, and Mike rewound the celebration 20 times.
And they show a shot of our bench, Cliff Livingston and Eddie Johnson. are standing up giving each other high
This was on the last.
I mean, everybody was entertained
I remember
by
this
this.
from the
Even
last.
guys on the Atlanta
video.
bench.
They got 5 for that, I heard.
Yeah. Watch the reactions on the Atlanta bench. Watch Cliff Livingston over here. I think this is Cliff.
Larry Bird.
Fratello wouldn't let it go. He just kept rewinding. Showing the guys, you remember they're giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench.
Yeah,
too.
that was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that. And, yeah, and so it was a bad night.
Larry used to come in the locker rooms. He'd be getting his ankles taped, and he'd say, hey, ball boy, run in and go find the scoring record in this building. He needed those kind of challenges.
He had accomplished every goal. We hadn't lost a game on the trip. And Larry told all of us players and the media too, tomorrow night's the last game of the trip. I'm going to play this one left-handed at least through 3 quarters.
It was at a time when, Mikhail was still coming off the bench.
And so Larry scores his 6th point on a left-handed shot.
And I'll never forget it. Mikhail yells out.
And Mikhail goes, hey, Jerome, wait till he starts shooting right-handed.
And at the end of 3 quarters, he had 27 points left-handed. Well, left-handed is one thing, but when the game got close, I had to go back to the right one.
He could hold all these things in his head during the game. So he'd have a shooting drill at the old Boston Garden.
4:30 in the afternoon. I was an early guy. I'd set up early. The garden would be dark.
Late in the afternoon by himself, dark garden. Come out with an equipment guy and just do the perimeter, shoot for half hours. All you heard was swishing.
If he missed a shot during that thing, he'd say that the Bull Gang set up something wrong with the rim. Otherwise that would have gone in.
I'd get there early, plug in my Stone Age computer right next to the bench. He'd come over, he called me Scoop. He said, Scoop, what are you working on? I'm like, I'm doing an early story.
Then I'd say, well, I'm doing an early edition newspaper story about your free throw streak.
You are approximating the NBA record for consecutive free throws, so don't miss one tonight or I'll look bad in the paper.
Sure enough, first half, he goes to the line for 2, and the foul line is lined up right where we're sitting if he looks over.
He's at the line. He makes the first.
He looks over and winks at me.
He looks over and winks at me before he makes the second. I mean, guys don't do that today. And he would...
Always thinking about these things. It's like paying off a bet in the middle of a game. He was doing 2 things at once.
I'm going to get to that story. My favorite story of all time. My Rick Mahorn moment in Hartford. Because it was so crazy. I was sitting there and Rick Mahorn, he's at the game. And we play a game every year, 1 game in Hartford. So we're playing against Washington. Rick comes out in the halftime. The mayor of Hartford comes out, brings Rick Mahorn's mom out. And the mayor's talking about Rick and Rick's mom. And the bastard just says, all of a sudden, he says, Ricky. Finally, the mayor just leans back and goes, Rick.
Kiss your mama. He said, kiss your mama, Ricky.
Kiss your mama, Rick. Kiss your mama. And for the rest of the night, that's all we would say.
Hey,
look. Mahorn, kiss your mama.
But Fred, I'm going to tell you something. It's funny. That's what Larry Bird, I think we're in a car together. I'm posting him up. And he's laughing, and he was telling me something. He's like, Ricky, kiss your mama. Kiss your mama, Ricky. Because you started that kiss your mama. And, hey, they were booing me in Hartford. I'm like, well, I'm from here. Born and raised in Hartford, Weaver High. And why the hell they booing my black ass? We're playing the Celtics, but I'm from here. They booing my black ass, and it's in the newspaper. Rick Mahorn, a villain.
That's the New England area.
Here. This is why you talking about me. As soon as that shit started, I said, man, I hate Boston. I couldn't stand Boston. Still don't like Boston.
Yeah, that's their backyard,
Hey,
shit.
Want to know how I got this $50,000 check for an accident I was involved in over 5 months ago? Look.
That was it, man. I know there's a few of those I've seen on the last one, but it was a lot of new ones on there too. But man, like I said, like we've been saying, Larry Bird is that dude. When you put a lot of time in the gym, taking shot after shot after shot, you could talk trash. You know what I'm saying? It's called confidence. It's called confidence. All the greats talk trash. Some talk more trash than others, but yeah. So that's just a sign of hard work. Just in the gym. Every day, all day. That's what it is, man. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.